What's up? What's up? What's up? Yes, that's the Australian national anthem done with a rock sort of thing. I don't know what inspired me to do that, but anyway, welcome back to the channel. We've been hanging on this title card for a little bit too long, so let's get into it. This is the top 10 items that are cheaper to buy your sibling instead of hiring a hitman. Yeah, I almost choked on that. So here we go. Let's get into it and let's find out what we could buy that's cheaper. Okay. So first of all, you've got to ask yourself, how much would it cost to hire a hitman? And then we can work out, how we can buy things that are cheaper. So what are we going to go with? How much is it going to cost? So it's easy. If you wanted to find out how much it costs to hire a car, like say if you were driving from the south of your state driving up north, you could easily find out how much it would cost to hire a car. That's pretty easy to do. If you wanted to rent a place, that's quite easy to do. That's easy to find online as well. I mean, even if this is unrelated to anything, but I just Googled hire costs, and believe it or not, this is a fun fact. While I give you guys who live outside Australia some fun facts about our country, yes, we actually do have snowfields in Australia, and it snows a lot there, and you can go skiing, and I've done it. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, I won't hang on this. I have no affiliation with this company, so let's move on. So how much does it cost? How much does it cost? So I turned to Google, and I have to say, it's not something that you want in your search history. So is it $5,000? Is it $100,000? Is it a weird figure of $138,000? Just a figure that sounds like someone would pull out of their ass, but I mean, it could be. Is it $333,333, or as we like to say in the business, a third of a million? It could be. Or it could be a cool million. It could be a cool million. How much is it going to be? A study by the Australian Institute of Criminology of 162 contract murderers and attempted contract murderers in Australia between 1989 and 2002 indicated that the most common reason for murder for hire was insurance policy payouts. The study also found out that payments varied from $5,000 to $30,000 per killing, with an average of $15,000, and that the most commonly used weapons were firearms. Contract killings accounted for 2% of murders in Australia during that time period. Contract killings generally make up a small percentage of murders. For example, they accounted for about 5% of all the murders in Scotland from 1993 to 2002. Random figures. That was the first thing after I Googled it. As I said, I didn't want to spend too much time on Google and having that in my search history, so that's what I went with. But what if you don't have a lot of money? 15,000 seems like a lot of money. 100,000 seems like a lot of money. 138,000 seems like a lot of money. Is there a place where you could go to get like a discount? Like, is there a Hitman discount store? Charlie, is there somewhere that Charlie wants to shop at? I'm sure. Oh, I mean, what am I talking about? This has got nothing to do with Charlie. Anyway, so I thought I'm just going to spin the wheel and see what we land on. So click, 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 click. $5,000. We're going with $5,000. That's the amount. Oh look, there's Donna Adelson. Remember when she was on Wheel of Fortune? Unrelated to anything in this video. So yeah, moving on. So do I go with 5,000 Australian dollars, which equals currently, as of today, $3,275.75, or do I go with US $5,000, which currently equals $7,631.65? I'm going with the good old US of A. So what I tried to do, I've tried to look onto the American sites. I know some of the American sites want to change the monetary value to Australian dollars, but I've kept with those ones that show American dollars as much as possible. Now, I need to tell you something about this video. This is not sponsored content. No one here is giving me money. I've just gone to random sites as I normally do. I don't want people in the comments to go, oh, but this is just a sponsored post and you didn't declare that it's a sponsored post. Like my obviously joke sponsored post video that I did, and I'll link that at the end of this video for those who haven't seen it. So for me personally, if I was going to be buying something, I mean, and I know I'm supposed to be buying something for maybe my sister who's, just divorced, and I'm getting her something, and I want to be, getting her something cheaper than $5,000, but I'm going to get this 1952 Journeyman Relic Telecaster. It's a beautiful guitar. I just wanted to Google how much guitars while I was looking on American sites. I thought how much guitars cost. So this one's $4,320, tax included. That's nice. Yes. You can get, because I'm kind of like looking at the moment of upgrading my computer, and I'm a PC man who doesn't mind using the Apple sort of stuff. So I went into this, and I went to Sacramento, or as I like to call it, Sacramento, the murder or the serial killer capital of America, especially during the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Crazy times there. Anyway, you can get this Apple MacBook at the moment for $4,939. That's definitely cheaper than the $5,000. Randomly, I've just picked this. It's like a scooter, or what would you call it? Like a moped style scooter. And this one, $4,399. Nice little thing. Blue is my favorite color, so I did pick one with the blue on there. Now let's get into the nitty gritty. This is something more related to something that Charlie would be familiar with. This TV, I mean, it says $4,999, $4,999.99, but let's just say that this TV costs $5,000. That's a thing that I'm sure that Charlie would be familiar with, right, Donna? This TV costs $5,000. Now, you can also get a brand new hot tub currently. This is in Tallahassee. You can actually buy this. And I thought I'd look around Tallahassee as well, because if you're a brother living in Miami who wants to buy your sister a divorce present, it's maybe that's the best place to look. You're going to be looking in Tallahassee for items. So yeah, for $4,999, you can get a hot tub. It's a good place where you can maybe hang out, and your brother could tell you about how he knows people from the wrong side of the tracks, like Cuban people, like that could rough people up. I don't know. I mean, this is not what this video is about. It's not about roughing up people. It's about spending $5,000 to get something other than a Hitman. I've got to remind myself, because sometimes I go, I've got $5,000, maybe I'll just go get a Hitman or something. I don't know. Moving on, you could get, all right, I've gone to American Airlines. This could be any airline, I'm guessing. I don't know if these were Australian dollars. It kept on, all the websites just kept on bringing up pricing in Australian dollars. But you can get flights, from Tallahassee to Miami. You can pay for your sister and your nephews to fly down from Tallahassee to Miami. Something you could do. And while they're in Miami, go to the theme parks. Go to Disney World. Have a 4-park magic ticket. That's $99 a day. That's $396. That's still way cheaper than spending $5,000 or getting a Hitman or whatever you want to do. But yeah, it's good value, I guess. Again, I don't know if this is Australian dollars. I don't know if it changed it to Australian dollars. So don't go with any of these ones, and you could be watching this video in 10 years' time. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping that we're all done and dusted with this case, and that everyone is put away and we never have to think about this again. But you could be visiting in 2034. These prices aren't valid. Okay, just thought I'd let you know that. Now, if you're the sort of person that is into personalized number plates, you might think that's a good idea to get one. I just found this random one, Maestro. It's quite a funny one. This is, I'm guessing from what's the volunteer state, Tennessee, I guess. Um, Prostate cancer awareness. Yeah, we should all be aware of that. Of course, it's on a nice Mercedes. I guess you could put these on a Ferrari or a Porsche or a former cop car. Yeah, you could get your sister some personalized number plates. Some that I've just found out that might be available within Florida at the moment. Wendy 79. TV costs $5. This one is Dan's X. Fibbers or Shortcut. I had to sort of cut the U out of Shortcut. There's no U in Shortcut. That should be a saying. Maybe that's Georgia Kappelman should use that. There's no U in Shortcut. There's no I in Shortcut. I don't know. Look, I'm going to cross this one out. It did say Dan's X, right? I want you to know that it definitely did say Dan's X. There's no apostrophes, unfortunately, on number plates, or license plates, or you call them license tags, I believe, over in America, but we call them number plates. Even those that don't have any numbers on there, like fibbers, no numbers, we'd still call it a number plate. It's just a weird thing that we do. Now, I reckon that Wendy would be the sort of woman, we're going to say girl, she'll be the gal. She'll be the sort of gal that would love to rock out at a Bon Jovi concert. This is no reflection on Bon Jovi. Found them myself, took my kid to see him, went many times in the 80s and 90s to go and see him. They were my favorite band for quite a while, but I reckon she would go. And I reckon sometimes when you're a fan of a band, you want to take it more than just listening to the music. Now, you might be familiar with their drummer. This is Hector Juan Samuel Torres, or as a lot of people know him, Tico Torres, or as a lot of old school, if you've got their debut album, you can open that up, you can have a look at the liner notes, have a look at that picture, and what do they call him? Tico the Hitman Torres, okay? I know I said this is cheaper than hiring a hitman, but this is a different style of hitman. This is a drummer who hits the drums, hence hitman. Okay, but when he's away from the drums, from behind the drums, he lives in Florida with his wife and child, and he's also a painter. He loves to paint, so you can get some of his paint and see paintings. You can see like from $25 up to about $1,400. Way cheaper than hiring a hitman. It's really nice artwork there. Good on you, Tico. Speaking of guys with the nickname of the Hitman, this is Bret Hart, former back in my day. God, I make us sound like an old guy. When I was a kid, hang on, I'm not going to get out of this without sounding like an old guy once again. WWF became WWE. And Bret the Hitman Hart, yeah, he was one of my favorite wrestlers. And look, you can get some of his tops, some clothing, he's got like a jersey there. What's that? Like a hockey jersey, I guess, maybe. I don't know. It's not a baseball jersey. I'm guessing it's like ice hockey or something. But nice, some pink and some black, and yeah, I'm sure that might be right up your sister's alley, so to speak. Definitely cheaper than hiring a hitman. Although I'm sure you could hire him for like kids' parties and stuff like that. I'm sure he'd love to come out. He's up for things like that. You can get actually he sells dark rum on his website. I don't know how that compares to say your bourbon, but yeah, that's pretty good. Now, again, if your sister is the sort of person who seems to just wear the same clothes all the time, I'm going to suggest maybe getting her a voucher for a dress shop. Something like this is one I found. It's called Narcissus. It's in Tallahassee. Narcissus. Kind of sounds like narcissist. Well, it sounds like someone who's narcissist. No, I'm going to get tongue tied. You know the word that I'm trying to say. I have some new arrivals here. So yeah, these are some great things. Now, I did say top 10. I haven't been doing a countdown by any means. This is actually the 10th item. But got to ask you the question. If you were getting your sister something, bringing a smile to her face, because, divorce takes a lot out of you. Planning your dad's 70th can take a lot out of you. So if you were getting your sister a divorce present, what would you get? Less than $5,000, right? Answers in the comments. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about this. I don't know. I think that's the beep is going off for some reason. I'm gonna have to wrap this up, but yeah. Tell me again, as I said, tell me in the comments what you think would be a good thing to buy for under $5,000. And until we talk again, see you later.